I've got to start with that fight before we talk about the rematch with Jahmaine Smyle coming up on July the 8th at the Copper Box. That's brilliant. Now, going into that fight, I read somewhere that you were thinking, or you should have, or maybe it's one of those, you can explain, that you shouldn't have taken it, or you weren't right. Which one of those two is it, or is it both?
Yeah, I'd say it's both, really. I shouldn't have been in there.
Why is that, though?
I was, to be honest with everyone, I was passed out in the gym 2 weeks before the fight. You know, I was on antibiotics. I had an ear infection. You know, I was in a bad way. I was in a bad way.
So when did you make the decision to go through with the fight?
The decision was already made.
You were going to take it anyway?
I was going to take it anyway. You know, my biggest problem is not being able to run away from anything. So
because it was, I mean, let's not mince our words. From the very first bell, this was an old-fashioned slugfest. Yeah. You're aware of that when you're in it? Aren't you saying because you're a smart enough fighter? Aren't you saying, what am I doing here? Or are you just enjoying it?
You know what? I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it because I do like a good tear up. You know what I mean? That's the kind of character I am. I do love a good tear up. But, you know, when it does get to the later rounds and you're thinking, please go down or please go away or back off or something, do you know what I mean? But
no, we're going to talk about not necessarily the later rounds, the last round in a minute. But you're sitting there ringside. We've seen Darryll a few times, you know, quite a few times. Were you worried after 4 or 5 rounds that perhaps Smyle, with all those 10-rounders and all those big fights, bigger, longer fights he'd been in, were you concerned?
I was concerned not for either one. I was just thinking they can't keep this pace up.
But they did.
Either one of them. Oh, they did, amazingly they did. It was a war of attrition after about 20 seconds. I don't know if I've ever said that before. It literally was, straight away. It was just like such a grueling fight. And you've got to give them both credit, because neither one wanted to give anything. One lands with a good shot there by Williams, and Smyle straight away looking to fire back. And I was surprised. Was you surprised how Smyle held his feet more, as much as he did? Or?
You know what? I wasn't surprised because I knew my situation.
Yeah.
You know, so I thought, I knew I was going to be in for a tough night. I knew from the beginning.
It couldn't be an easy fight, could it?
No.
I mean that nicely.
Not at all. No, not at all. Well, I don't know the next time round, but the first time round, I knew that it wasn't going to be an easy one for me at all.
Now, let's get on to, before we talk about the fight that's coming up and the change in your setup. Let's deal with the last round. I voted to show the last round in its entirety, but we're going to show a cut-down version. I'm warning you at home, this is X-rated, if you don't mind me saying so. Do you watch this round? Or do you only watch 9 rounds of this fight?
No, I watch all of them. I watch all the rounds. I try to look for every mistake possible. So, I'm a big self-critic.
But at this stage, you're just throwing punches because you've got to, because he's kind of not necessarily got a second wind, but he's there in front of you and he's pushing you back here, isn't he?
Yeah.
It takes some good. All that's mental. That's not physical. You know, you switch your brain off, don't you? Get to a point.
Yeah, it's autopilot. Yeah. It's definitely autopilot.
Now,
yeah, that was a moment, mate.
there was a moment. That was a great moment. Yeah, I thought it was really tight. But I thought you deserved it. Is that fair? Is that?
Yeah. I thought it was pretty much. Yeah, it was a close, hard fight. Yeah. I think Darryll maybe just because he was always the guy trying to push forward, that he'd done enough. Yeah.
If it's a 10-round fight, had it been 12 rounds, would we be talking to you now about how you're going to get revenge on July the 8th? Tell the truth.
No, I don't think so, because I would have prepared for.
Okay. So that's that mental wall that Barry's talking about.
Yeah, that's that mental wall there. I knew that was the last round, and you know, I had put everything in all the way through. So I think if I had more rounds, mentally, I would have been like, I've got more rounds, I've got to pace myself more, I've got to do this more. So no, I don't.
Did you have a bit of argy-bargy with Jahmaine before the fight? A little bit of a run. Was it at the weigh-in or was it at the press conference? Or was it at both? Was it continually?
It was more with Clifton, wasn't it?
It was more with Clifton. He, to be honest, I think he probably made that fight a bit more painful for Smyle. I don't think it would have been as. I'm not saying it would have been as aggressive, but you know that he did make me a bit more angry towards Smyle. So yeah, it was good. I think that his trainer's a bit delusional, but you know, so let it be.